how transparent my colors were. And some of them I ended up changing after doing this color chart, and actually I'm about due to do another one. These are so simple, and I can't quite do this justice on the camera. I'm going to see if I can pull in close on a couple of the darker colors, because you need to really be able to see just how transparent they are and how opaque. Alright, here's a good one. This is a pretty dark blue here, and this is Winsor blue right there, a dark color. And look at how that black magic marker shows through there. Obviously, that's a very transparent color. And then we can go to like a lighter color. Let me go back a little bit here to yellow. And you can see where I crossed it out. But actually, I changed my mind later. There's lemon yellow. A real light shade. And people have a tell, okay, that's light. So that's going to be like transparent, right? It doesn't have much pigment in it because it's a light color. Well, that isn't true. It has a lot of pigment in it. You can't judge by it being a dark or a light color. As you can see, we're looking at the yellow here and lemon yellow, and it is very opaque. You can hardly see the line through it. And then you go up to the next yellow, which is actually a little bit darker. Look at that one. Look, you can see that through there wonderfully. So that's how you can tell. You just look at these two right here and you can see the one on your left is opaque, the one on your right is transparent. And that shows how much they cover. And I'll show you in just a second how to make this chart. And then you notice I've written down the names of everything too, because I just write down the names of everything. I just don't trust myself. Sometimes I'm going to remember and sometimes maybe I'm not. But this, you don't have to do this with the best watercolor paper. I did this, I think, with a page from my journal. But this opaque transparency color chart is just absolutely wonderful to have until after you really get to know them. And sometimes I even go back if I haven't used some of the colors for a while. And I'm going to show you how to make one in just a second here. I'll set it up. Okay, I have taken magic marker and just drawn two black lines here. And next, I'm going to pick out a couple of colors. Just let me check this out. Here, I still have lemon yellow, which I ended up keeping, as I said, and I like it. And we're going to put lemon yellow over. You just put. I'm going to use just this one right here. There's lemon yellow. Pretty good coverage there. Maybe not perfect because it's still wet, but it's considered an opaque color. Next, I'm going to use Winsor yellow, which I'm very fond of. And even though it's a little bit darker, it's going to be fairly transparent. There we go, Winsor yellow. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So this is what happens when you're painting. Say you're wanting to show several layers of paint and you want to give it depth. You know, you want to be able to have, give it that magic stuff that only watercolor can do. Several layers and you get this depth, and the white of the paper reflects back through that. That's the special quality of watercolors. Okay, now I'm going to try a blue. I'm going to use cerulean blue first, which is considered opaque. I actually like it for clouds because it granulates. And I'll show that later. Here we go, cerulean blue. It's a little harder to see that it's opaque on this one because, but I hope you can tell. It's opaque. And then we're going to try cobalt blue, which is one of my favorites. It's a nice transparent, it's like I call it a friendly blue because actually it goes really well. There we go. And then there's the cobalt. So cobalt here, cerulean blue there. I call it a friendly blue because it's like a primary blue. In a lot of ways it goes very well with the blue, lemon yellow, Windsor yellow, and then you can use permanent rose. The colors are really pretty that way. And so this is how you make your chart. Do this with the paint you have now, but then save yourself some time next time you go buying. Either print off one of these charts. O usually stands for opaque, and T usually stands for transparent. And I think I got this chart for free. The other one actually is actual watercolor paper, and this cost me about $5 or $6. But look at those colors. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, I would want every single color on here, but then I'd make myself crazy, so I'm not going to do that. This is a Winsor Newton color chart. And there's one other thing I just wanted to show. Someone had written me about this in my class. Is a different way of applying it. Now I'm just going to do a straight line here. The little pink in the water there, so you can see hopefully where the water is, right? I'm going to make it pretty fair amount of water. And then I'm going to drop a Windsor into it. Look at how the watercolor moves in the water. I mean, that's what